Hey guys, Tammy Trier, MountainManJournals, and I'm here with Austin from MountainBoyJournals. We are in our kitchen. Welcome back to the kitchen. We need to do some baking today. So our subject today is good food, guns, and simple living. All are really important as far as I'm concerned, but I'm going to start off with the guns. Right now, I'd like to do a shout out to someone I'm a little partial to, but MountainManJournals, my husband Glenn Trier, has been making mention of our Second Amendment rights, as well as Wilderness Freak 81 and Lumberman 2011. And kudos to you guys and to all the rest of you that are promoting our Second Amendment rights and speaking up. We really all need to speak up for our rights right now. I grew up on a farm. My dad wanted boys and ended up with 2 girls. So my sister and I gave the boys in the neighborhood a good run for their money. I'm glad I'm a tomboy. I'm glad I live where I do. I'm glad that I'm an American and that I live in the United States. I'm proud of our country, and I salute our veterans and our military, and I support our Second Amendment rights. I look at it this way. I live in a place where when I walk out my front door, there could be a cougar, there could be a wolf, there could be a bear, there could be a moose with young, and myself and my family would be in danger. When we go hiking, we're out there with the dogs. My son and I often go by ourselves. I go by myself. And, there's chances that these things could be out there. Quite honestly, I'd be more afraid in the city where you have your 2-legged predators, by far. But something that I need to consider too is that if we're ever in a situation, my husband has my back and I know that. But it's a good thing for him to know that I have his. It's our right to carry a firearm. It's our right to protect ourselves, and it would make me feel awful if I am out somewhere and there is a person that is in need of help and I can't help them. So I do support our Second Amendment rights, and I do want to fight for it, and I want to suggest to all of you to get in touch with your representatives and really make a stink. Let people know how you feel about it. Protect our rights. Our forefathers fought really hard, and right now I believe they're rolling in their graves. So support our Second Amendment rights. And again, kudos to you guys out there that are already speaking up. We're going to move on to good food. How about it, Austin? Okay. We eat very healthy back here in the wilderness. We eat elk, venison. We have meat rabbits. We have chickens. We are hopefully getting a milk goat this spring and bees so that we have our own honey to use as sugar, because in my opinion all of our ingredients in the store have been tainted. Your refined sugars are horrible. Everything has preservatives in it. A lot of people walk around not feeling well, achy, sick, bloated. It's incredible the amount of preservatives that are added to our food. So we make everything from scratch, and we don't just do it just because, but Austin is also on a gluten-free and a casein-free diet, which helps his autism incredibly. Any of you that have autistic children or Asperger children, if you are not on the gluten-free, casein-free diet, you must go on it. It is like night and day. When Austin started the gluten-free, casein-free diet, I met my son for the first time, and he was in 3rd grade. So he is now in 10th grade, and we have been using this diet faithfully, but we make everything from scratch, from our condiments to our meals, our desserts, our snacks, our cereals, our crackers. As a matter of fact, today we are making cheese crackers that are similar to Cheez-Its. We're making other crackers that are similar to saltines. We're going to make pizza dough. We're going to make bread for the week for our sandwiches. We're going to make banana almond nut bread just because. And this weekend, hopefully, we'll be making some Easter candy. But I really, really encourage you to go away from your packaged foods and go back to your roots and make things yourself. Find a good place to get your vegetables and your the ingredients that you do need. We are very excited about getting our greenhouse this year. If all goes well, that will be going in, and we will have plenty of produce through winter. So really excited about that. I want to show you something also. A lot of people don't know you can do this. This is celery. When you get your next stalk of celery and you cut the bottom off, put it in water and let it the leaves start to come up through the center. And once that comes up through the center, you can plant it in a pot and grow a stalk of celery on your counter. I have another one started in a cup back here. And I try to grow a lot of my spices as well in the wintertime in the kitchen. I have a variety of spearmint tea that's hanging on just barely, but once spring turns around, I can get that outside. But really, consider getting rid of your packaged foods. You're poisoning yourselves, and I can tell you that for sure, because when we go out and we eat anything that's processed, or we have to eat out because we're on the road, it's pretty much a given that we are sick for about 3 days. So really try to stay away from the processed foods if you can. I know a lot of you are busy working and it's hard to not pick things up to make life easier, but you can take a day on a weekend and make things ahead of time and better feed your family better. So I am going to step away for just a brief second here, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm attacking that camera. It doesn't always cooperate with me like it does for the Mountain Man. Something else I want to mention to you, and I will put photos of what we've made today at the end of the video, just so you can see. A lot of people's misconception with gluten-free is that it doesn't taste like anything, and it doesn't look the same. Well, that is true for the packaged materials, but when you actually make things, I can make flaky pastries. I can pretty much make anything that we used to make with wheat flour. I can make anything we used to make with wheat flour the same with your gluten-free flours. And are they good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I will put links also at the end of the video to the products that I am talking about. There are two people that I say I stalk because they offer such amazing things. Both offer recipes, and the one offers flour. Naomi Poe, you can find her on the internet, on her website at betterbatter.org, and also on her Facebook page. I'm not getting paid to advertise for them. I just worship the ground they walk on, because these two ladies have made my life so much easier because of their knowledge and their products. When you bake gluten-free, a lot of times you will find recipes that call for all kinds of variations of flour combined to make a dish, and all kinds of extra added ingredients. I use one flour typically. I do use almond flour to make biscotti, but and several other flours to make certain things, but 99.9% of the time I use Better Batter's flour, because I can use it cup for cup like I can regular wheat flour, and I can, like I said, make flaky pastries, breads that rise. I mean, it's an amazing flour. And when you really figure things out, for me, it's a lot cheaper, because I have to drive 2 hours to find a health food store that carries the various flours and extra ingredients, and the health food stores are expensive. I get my flour from betterbatter.org, and they're out of Pennsylvania. I typically order 100 pounds at a time, and they ship it out here either for nothing or for next to nothing. So it's an incredible opportunity. If you do have autistic and Asperger children, they do offer a discount also. So keep that in mind. On her website, she's got great recipes that are easy to follow, and they are awesome. I really, really love what they offer. Both Naomi Poe and Nicole Hun, who I will talk about in a second, spend their whole day working on making life easier for us, and because of their knowledge, it's just incredible. Now, Nicole Hun, you can find her at glutenfreeonashoestring.com and also on Facebook. She and both of these women are doing gluten-free because of family allergies and necessities, and they tried to make life easier for themselves because of buying packaged gluten-free things that didn't have any flavor. Nicole Hun has cookbooks out. This was her first one, Gluten-Free on a Shoestring. She has the Gluten-Free on a Shoestring Quick and Easy, and there is a bread recipe book coming out soon if it's not out already. I think that's coming out later this year. But the recipes and the time these ladies put forth is amazing. Naomi Poet Better Batter can also help you with, say, a family recipe, a traditional recipe that you want to have converted. It's not all recipes are easily converted. Majority of them are. There are just a couple rules of thumb and little tricks. If you are making a recipe, a traditional recipe, and converting it using the flour, one thing you need to keep in mind is that the gluten-free flours are more, they absorb water heavily. So what you need to do is typically add more water. If I'm making anything with yeast, I have a recipe, a bread recipe that I use, and it calls for 2 cups of water. I need to add 4 cups of water to make that bread a success. So, and if it's a bread that you're forming, such as rolls, and it's a traditional recipe and you're going to convert it, you're going to want to use an additional half of the water. So if it calls for 2 cups, you want to put 3 cups in so that you have enough water in there for the flour to do what it needs to do, and so it can rise. Something else, when you're making breads, a lot of people get really discouraged when they make breads because they don't rise, they don't turn out right. With this flour, you need to really beat it good, and you need to knead it good. And if you do that, you will have fantastic results. His breads rise just like any other bread, and they are tasty. We add spelt, we add rolled oats. Something else to keep in mind, if you are on gluten-free, rolled oats are actually manufactured on a roller that has wheat flour on it. So you can't just go out and buy Quaker oats. I buy 25-pound bags of oats from bobsredmill.com. They're great. We love making oatmeal. I make my own granola. So just some tips today. These are the gluten-free, these are my favorite gluten-free things, and I do stalk these women. I love their sites, I love what they offer, and I love all the efforts they put out there, so kudos to them also. Something else I wanted to mention, I said about simple living and good food. We also make our own laundry detergent, our own deodorant, our own hygiene products. I make my own shampoos. Oftentimes I use baking soda and water to wash my hair, and I use vinegar and water to rinse it. And you might crinkle your nose, but let me tell you, I have not had healthier hair than I do right now, just from getting rid of using all the expensive stuff, because that's what's drying out my hair. So the knowledge I have, I want to share, and I will continue to share. But that was my gluten-free blurb for today, and a little bit of tips and tricks, and I will continue with that because I want to be able to help as many people as I can. If you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And again, support our Second Amendment rights. Austin has known how to use guns since he's 7. He's gone hunting with me since he could walk, and it's really important to protect yourself. The guns don't just pick up and shoot people. We do deserve the right to protect ourselves. So please speak up and get out and talk to your representatives. Go to the rallies, but get the word out there. We are going to make all these goodies, and like I said, I'm going to show you pictures at the end because typically I don't have as much time as the guys do. So I know once I turn this camera off, I'm going to be scrambling again to keep up with my jobs too. So you guys take care. Again, if you have questions, please don't hesitate. Another thing you might want to check out, all our websites. They've been redesigned this week. I took care of redesigning them, and we really want to be able to have easy to navigate websites so that you guys can go there, post your comments, post your questions, view what we're doing. But I will include all of our websites at the end of this video also, so that you can check them out, and check out MountainManJournals channel on YouTube, as well as Mountain Boy Journals. The Mountain Boy and I don't have as much time to get out there and do our videos as we would like, but spring's coming and we're hoping things will change a little bit. But he's schooling hard and I'm working hard. So you guys take care, and we'll see you again. God bless.